Okay, let's dive into this. Hello, everyone, and welcome straight into my mind. I'm Lucrezia, and today I am so thrilled to guide you through this very personal, super energetic visual diary explainer. We're going to map out a really pivotal day in my life. It's a story of science, of big dreams, of the undeniable pull of the Roman spring, and most importantly, of a young woman, yep, me, trying to find her own place in the world. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's explore this beautiful, chaotic awakening together. We kick things off today with a famous quote, "Ma domani è un altro giorno," but tomorrow is another day. You probably know it from the resilient, totally ingenious feminist Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. And honestly, looking at this bright May morning, I feel exactly like her. It's spring in my hemisphere, and the warmth is literally feeding my soul with joy. Yesterday might have been an absolute storm, but today is bursting with sunlight, blooming peach trees, and flights of swallows. Tomorrow really is another day, and mine is just getting started. Look at this perfectly mapping out my wild mood swing. On the left, we've got Giacomo Leopardi's famous cosmic pessimism. Yesterday, I was deeply feeling that heavy, earthly gloom. But look at the right side for today, spring optimism. Today, I do not feel like a naked ape. I feel like exactly what I am, a vibrant, young, blonde biology student with a perfectly functioning brain and a completely free heart. The pessimism just kind of vanishes when you have a thesis to finish and a big, beautiful world to conquer. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it brings my deep love for biology right to the breakfast table. Check out this epic battle happening right in the small intestine. On one side, we have the bad pathogenic bacteria. But on the other side, my absolute best friends, the good bacteria, specifically Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. As a future biologist, I am passionately in love with these little guys. They actively inhibit a vast range of dangerous bacteria, creating a totally inhospitable environment for pathogens. It's literally microscopic warfare, and our good guys are winning. So here is a quick, completely free piece of scientific advice from a future researcher. Eat yogurt every single day. The Bulgaricus bacteria actually produces a natural antibiotic called bulgaricum that actively protects our organism. I'm telling you, it's going to help you live better. And I just have to give a huge shout out to my dear mom, who I affectionately call Milla. She put me in such a fantastic mood this morning by bringing me this elegant breakfast tray, overflowing with this wonderful yogurt, toast, a steaming cappuccino with cream, and her homemade strawberry and cherry jams. The storm of yesterday has truly passed, Milla. But, well, despite that lovely breakfast, we hit a turning point. Basta con la dipendenza dei genitori. Enough with the dependence on parents. I mean, I love my mom and my cardiologist dad. They're generous, modern, and democratic. But I am absolutely exhausted by the comfortable life of Milla's snobbish friends, her literary circles, the bridge tournaments, and those organized cruises. The umbilical cord must be cut. The desire for real independence is completely taking over right now. I need to make it on my own. Just look at this list. This is the ultimate blueprint for my dream apartment. I don't even care where it is, as long as it has my name on the door. I actually already have all these eclectic treasures scattered around or hiding down in our old cellar. We're talking an Indian carved wood screen, a vibrant Mexican rug, a bamboo oval table with a glass top, and this gorgeous wicker basket shaped like an amphora, filled with souvenirs from my European travels. I'm even crocheting pot holders that literally say Casa Mia. I swear to you, I will use any Machiavellian system necessary to achieve this independence and pay for my own place. Section 1. Leaving the nest. A walk in Caput Murnley. This drive for independence literally pulls me right up. I quickly throw on a pair of comfortable jeans and a t-shirt, pin up my hair, step out the door, and just let this route guide me. Step 1. Hit the first newsstand and grab a copy of Porta Portesi, the absolute classic Rome classifieds paper, to hunt for a summer job. Step 2, let my feet guide me along the beautiful Via Nomentana. The warm May sun and the inviting breeze are just incredible, which leads directly to Step 3, arriving at the stunning gates of Villa Torlonia. This right here is the pure sensory magic of Villa Torlonia. The green trees, the historic bamboo grove, the pond gliding with swans and bright red fish, and multicolored butterflies sipping nectar from the spring flowers. Sitting on a bench, just listening to the birds sing, my heart absolutely expands. This is exactly why I love Rome so deeply. It truly is Caput Mundi, the capital of the world. And today, well, it feels like it entirely belongs to me. But, okay, back to reality.
I open my newspaper, the job offers are endless, but I have some very strict boundaries, as I've outlined here. No more exhausting, low-paying part-time gigs, and absolutely no door-to-door sales of perfumes, water purifiers, or encyclopedias. I need something unusual, short hours, and good pay. Why? Because I am a busy biology student. I still have one final exam left and a massive thesis to conclude. My time is incredibly precious.
And then my eyes land on this mysterious, highly exceptional ad. It's seeking hostesses and dancers for high daily earnings. A dancer? I mean, why not? I have always loved to dance. I can easily survive hours of intense gymnastics at the club with my friends. I dance everything: wild reggae, Afro-Cuban, salsa, merengue, traditional sirtaki, twist, and tango. This sounds absolutely perfect. But wait a second, dov'è il trucco? Where is the catch? Because honestly, high pay for just dancing a few hours, my scientific brain immediately kicks in, wondering if this is some grand David Copperfield illusion. Is it a little too good to be true? Well, there's only one way to find out. I grab my highlighter, mark the number, and rush off to find a phone. And this perfectly maps out the absolute comical frustration of Rome's public phones. Attempt 1 on Via Nomentana? Broken. Attempt 2? Also out of order. Finally, on the third try, I find a working payphone inside a bar. I drop my tokens in, call the Stella agency, explain I'm a university student, and boom, I secure an interview for that very evening at 6 p.m.
Section 2. The transformation. From scientist to model.
So the crucial point is, I rush back to an empty house, facing a massive new challenge, finding something genuinely feminine in my tomboy closet. I have to remind myself of the quote here. Even dressed casual, I am always a little scientist, a future Nobel laureate, kind of like Rita Levi-Montalcini. My internal conflict is so loud right now. I am a serious researcher, not a fashion model. Even if my friends do say I look a bit like Julia Roberts or Nicole Kidman. But for this interview, my usual disaster of a wardrobe just is not going to cut it. Then the eureka moment hits. Look at this stark contrast. We go from the future Nobel scientist in ripped jeans, a basic t-shirt, and a messy hair clamp to the interview look. I dug deep into my closet and pieced together this fresh, cream-colored linen dress with a flared skirt and lace strips, a gift from Milla, of course. I drape a chic, avian blue linen jacket over my shoulders for that sophisticated feminine style and pair it with rope sandals that tie all the way up the leg. Sold. 2 hours before the appointment, I start the final preparations. A long, refreshing, scented shower. I carefully style my hair so it's no longer a tangled mess. I grab a lovely fabric purse to tie the entire ensemble together. I stand in front of the full-length mirror in my room, just analyzing this new, elegant version of myself. I take a really deep breath, and finally, I give my reflection the definitive, okay. Which brings us right to the end of today's visual diary entry in this explainer, and to this final provocative question. Standing there in my cream linen dress, leaving behind my cosmic pessimism, armed with my biology knowledge and an absolute burning desire for independence, I know I am ready to step out and face the terrestrial world. But looking at this transformation, is the world truly ready for me? Thank you so much for walking through this spring day with me. Keep wondering, keep striving, and I'll see you next time.